Hey friends, welcome back to Money Breath Magic, where we talk all things money, strategy, energetics, nervous system, and mindset so I can help you heal your relationship with money and create your most abundant, amazing life yet. I have some really juicy content planned for you today. Today, we're going to talk about the number one belief that all wealthy people carry. We're going to break down this number one belief. I'm going to challenge the way that you actually see this belief today. I'm going to share with you my own experience with this belief and the struggles that I had with it last year when I quit my multi six-figure job and moved over to Bali. And then I'm going to give you some processes for you to journal, think on, and actually shift this belief within yourself so you can actually shift your reality. But before we do that, I want to share something that I heard the other day when I was listening to another YouTube channel. She's a multi-millionaire. She's one of those stories, it's rags to riches. She was making $40,000 in her normal day-to-day job, and she has completely changed her life, built a business, and is now a multi-millionaire success story. And on her channel, she shared that she was at this mastermind and she was broken up into groups of women and they were all discussing their different journeys in business. And someone looked at her and asked her, "Can you please tell me how you did it? Give me the step by steps of how did you actually build the success in your business?" And she looked at them and said, "What I have learned in my experience is when I am in the room with a mentor or someone that I look up to and that I want to achieve the results that they have, I do not ask them for the step by step of what they did. What I ask them is, what do you believe? What did you believe to get this success in your life, to get this result in your life?" And the reason why is because our predominant thoughts, feelings, beliefs that we have are what are shaping our reality. We so often want the step by step. Tell me how to do it. Just tell me how to do it. And I want to go copy you and go do it. But I can tell you, somebody can give you the play by play of exactly how they did it. But if you don't believe in yourself, you will not get the same result that they had. If you do not carry the beliefs that that person has, you will not get the same result. So that's what I want to open this video with. Our beliefs are shaping our reality. All right. So back to the number one belief that wealthy people carry. That belief is that they are successful. I am successful. What does that feel like when you say that out loud? In fact, if it's helpful, pause this video, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes. I am successful. What does that feel like when you say that out loud? I am successful. What do you feel in your body when you say that out loud? Do you feel tense? Do you immediately go, no way, I'm not successful? Do you feel tightness? Do you feel anxiousness? Do you feel worried? What comes up for you when you say that? Or on the flip side, do you say, yes, of course I'm successful. I'm making a ton of money at my job. Of course I'm successful. I drive a nice car. Of course I'm successful. I have a Gucci bag. What comes up for you? Just tune in. I am successful. Note that because I want you to carry that through this video as we talk through this. What comes up for you when you say, I am successful? Every single wealthy person believes that they are successful. And it's like, okay, duh, Sue Ellen. Of course they see themselves as successful. They have tons of money. But that's not why they see themselves as successful. It's not because they have tons of money. The feeling of being successful is actually what generated the success and the wealth in their life. It isn't just because they have a ton of money in their life. The money is a byproduct of them feeling successful, because when they feel it's successful, that is what they attract into their life, more success. You hear these stories all the time. Think about these business owners who have created these wildly successful businesses, tons of income, profit. They're so wealthy. Something happens and they lose it all. How are they able to turn around and create a brand new business in a new industry, new processes, new products, new environment, new economy, and they are still able to build a new successful business? It's because they embody the version of a successful person. On the flip side, think of the people who win the lottery. You hear this all the time. I forget what like the most recent percentage is, but it's something crazy, like 75%, 80% of the people who actually win the lottery, millions of dollars, end up blowing all of that money and end up getting right back to the same place that they were before they won the lottery. It isn't the money that's creating success. It is the identity of the person knowing that they are successful. That is what creates success. That is what creates wealth. And this was my exact experience. I went to college, did the right thing, got good grades, graduated, got an internship, got into the corporate world. Funny thing is, I was an auditor. I don't know how I ever did that, but I was an auditor, then moved into the corporate world, worked my way up the corporate ladder. I was getting all of the promotions. I was getting great feedback. My team loved to work for me. I was getting results. I was getting 5 stars on my performance reviews. It all seemed like I was like killing it. And I really was. I was busting my ass. I would go on vacation. The laptop came with me everywhere I went. I was connected. I was dedicated. I was busting my butt. And you know what? I built a ton of wealth because in that role, I saw myself as successful. I saw myself as a successful person because I built the wealth. I bought a house. I was driving a BMW. I had the Gucci bag. It was like, duh, success, right? But at the end of my career, I was absolutely miserable. I wasn't doing work that fulfilled me. My dream was to be doing work that actually impacted people, that made a difference in the world, that was actually helping people, that mattered. And I was sitting in this executive role at this company, and I was like, what I am doing does not matter. I don't feel like I am doing work that is actually benefiting the greater population. And that was soul sucking for me. I was looking at my life and I was feeling trapped. I was stuck at home working. I had no freedom or flexibility. I desired more for myself. So even though I had all of this external validation of success, all of the things, deep down, I was actually miserable. I was unhappy. I was not fulfilled in the way that I saw my life going and what I desired for myself. So I eventually had to make a decision. And I decided to quit my job last year, packed up my entire life, sold the house, sold the car. I was in an apartment, sublet it out, sold most of what I owned, put the rest in storage, burned my 20-year corporate career to the ground, literally burned my entire life to the ground, packed up, and I moved to Bali. But what happened was when I got to Bali, my nervous system immediately got triggered because my version of success that I had been carrying for 20 years was all on the external. It was all on how much money do I have in my bank account? Do I have the house? Do I have the car? Do I have the fancy title? Do I have the leadership? All of my version and definition of success was caught up in that. So I landed in Bali, this whole new life, finally living this life that I have been dreaming about for 10 years. I have been wanting to be a digital nomad. 10 years, and I finally am here. And I immediately was like, holy shit, what did I just do? I was crying all the time. I immediately thought, okay, I need to go bust my ass and start making money. It was like this immediate back into this patterning that I had been living for so long. Because when you go from making multi six figures and you have your version and your definition, your identity of success is wrapped up in this monetary value, when you land somewhere, I think at the time I was making, I don't know, maybe 4K months in my business. Great. 75% less income than I was making before. I felt like shit. I did not feel successful anymore. And I was repeating the same patterns, busting my ass, trying to immediately work hard, just going right back into work, 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 versus taking a break. Like, girl, you just got to Bali. You just flew 24 hours to the other side of the world. How about we enjoy this a little bit? And this is when I had to take a look at what success actually means. I didn't fly all the way to the other side of the world just to be unhappy and to feel anxious. And for me, I had to really look at, okay, what is the true definition of success? Like, who is saying that success means you have a bunch of money in your bank account, that you have the car, the house, the all of it? What is my definition of success? And for me, my definition of success was having freedom, having flexibility. I could do whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. I had my time. I got to do work that was impactful to others and that work that I cared about. I got to decide who I worked with, when I worked with them, what I was working with them on. That is success. And that's what I had just created. And I'm like, okay, check. Success to me was having friendships in my life that I truly cared about and that I could have deep conversations like this. And I'm so grateful. I have so many amazing friendships in my life, and we talk about this stuff on a daily basis. Check. Success. I have family in my life that I love, that we're connected. We have good relationships. Check. And it's like, as I went down the list of what I thought a successful life would be like, I was like, holy shit, I am successful. Even though I am not making the same money that I was making, I am successful. I am meeting the version of success that I have defined for myself. I am leading a successful life. And that has continued to call more success into my life after the fact. It is not from the external. Success is a feeling, it comes from the internal, and we can generate that feeling for ourselves. And when we generate that feeling of success, the universe matches it. The universe reflects that back to us in our reality. It has to. It is law. It is a universal law. There's the law of vibration and there's the law of attraction. They go hand in hand. The law of vibration is the frequency that we are emitting. And so when we are emitting the frequency of success, when we are feeling like a successful person, law of attraction states that we will attract success back into our lives. And so as I made this shift for myself and said, you know what? I am successful. I've always seen myself as a successful person. I am successful. And I continued to embody that. Last year, I wasn't working that much. I actually finally allowed myself to take a break. I had just created this amazing manifestation that I had been dreaming of for 10 years. I had wanted to be a digital nomad. I had wanted to start my own business, but I was like so wrapped up in the external. I just wasn't making moves, and it's all for divine timing. But I let myself rest. I let myself like have my nervous system calm down and actually just enjoy life for a bit while still embodying this version of success. Because I know even though when I take a break, even though when I am not pushing and working and constantly killing myself to get success, I can still be successful. And that's exactly what happened. Things were still manifesting, things were still coming into my life. I allowed myself to just sit in silence and like tune into what do I actually want to do with my life and my time and my business, and give myself space. And do you know what happened? I got clarity, I got direction, I got confirmation of what I wanted to do next in my life and in my business. I ended up meeting an amazing mentor who led me to breathwork and somatics, which have opened up so much for me just internally of how I feel and how I know how to regulate my own nervous system, but how I'm able to now support others in such a deeper way around this topic. I led my first breathwork workshop in Bali. I had 8 women come to my first workshop, and I got such amazing feedback, and I felt so lit up. I felt so passionate. I was finally doing work that mattered. I felt like I was actually helping people. And you're like, okay, all of this sounds great, Sue Ellen, but how does this create wealth? Like, how is this actually related to wealth? And the thing is when we start identifying as someone who is successful, we start getting new ideas, opportunities start showing up, random connections show up. You start meeting someone randomly at a coffee shop who's going to connect you with this person and this person and this person. crazy things happen. Maybe money falls out of the sky. When we start embodying the version of ourselves, the identity of someone who is successful, the universe starts paving the way to create success for you. So, how are you currently defining success? Are you putting success into this? When I have this amount of money, or this car, or this bag, or this blank, is that how you are defining success? And if it is based on a money number, external circumstance, we need to start flipping the narrative and bringing it inward. Because what happens when you lose that thing? Just like in my case, when I lost this multi six figure job, this steady income stream, all of this belief got challenged when I made my way to Bali. So the external is only temporary. We can't be defining our identity of success and worthiness and deservingness and who we are based on what's going on in our external reality. It all starts from within. And I'm here to tell you, you're worthy now. It doesn't matter what your results are, you are worthy now. No matter what your circumstances are, no matter what choices you have made in the past, no matter where your financial picture is right now, you can change. In fact, everything is changing at every moment. There is nothing that is standing still. Time is constantly moving. We are constantly moving. Energy is constantly flowing. And every single moment you are changing. So now that we're clear on how you've been defining success, I want you to take a look at, okay, outside of the external circumstances of the money, the car, the house, all of that, what is success? What does it look like for you? And how would it feel in your body? How would you carry yourself? If you actually saw yourself as a successful person, how would you carry yourself? Would your shoulders be up? Would you be standing up straight, sitting up straight? Would you walk into a room exuding confidence? Would you be open to meeting new people, having conversations? Do you think wealthy, successful people are walking around like this? Scared to talk to anybody, scared to be present in a room with others? I think not. The people that are wealthy, that embody the identity of being someone who is successful, walk into a room, even if they are nervous, even if they are a little bit anxious, even if they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they walk in saying, you know what? I know I'm successful and I know I will figure it out. Successful people spend time in silence. They spend time going into their inner world, listening to their own selves, their own heart, their own knowing. They aren't so focused on the external environment, what everybody else is saying about them, what everybody else is doing, because they know that they are the creator of their own wealth, of their own journey. And they know in order to do that, they need to listen to their own heart. So are you spending time alone? Are you spending time in silence? Are you spending time listening to your own inner guidance? That's what successful people do. So start acting like you are successful. Find somewhere in your life that you are already currently meeting the version of success that you see for yourself and feel into that. What does it feel like in your body to be successful, and start walking like her? I was actually listening to a podcast with Grant Cardone. If you're not familiar with him, he's a very successful, wealthy individual. And he said something that I absolutely loved. He said that wealthy people do not stay in one place. Wealthy people are moving. And what he means by that is they are not doing the same thing every day, that most of us end up in this trap. We wake up, we have our morning routine, maybe we go to work driving the same exact way. We eat the same thing for breakfast. Oh, at noon, we have our lunch break. We eat one of the same things that we eat every day. We drive home from work the same exact way. We get home, maybe we go to the gym. I don't know. Maybe we just turn on Netflix, or we sit there and we scroll our phone. Okay, we go make dinner. Then we end up back on the couch watching Netflix, scrolling our phone. That isn't movement. That is doing the same thing every day on repeat. That is not what wealthy, successful people do. Wealthy people, they know that they need to move. They need to create movement in their life. They are going to different events, maybe a different gym class, maybe a different yoga class. They are going to networking events. He even said that they physically move. He's actually moved 4 times in his life. And I can tell you, when I moved from Orlando to Chicago, it changed my life because they hold different frequencies. And when you put yourself in a new place, you start embodying a different version of yourself in that place. And for me, when I moved to Chicago, it literally changed my life because I not only transformed my life in terms of like my business. I started my business. I got my first clients. I moved there alone. I knew nobody and I built an entire life by myself, an amazing life that I loved. And by doing that, I proved to myself that if I can move somewhere by myself and completely transform my life in this place, I know that I can be a digital nomad and I can move anywhere in the world and I can do that anywhere. And why I love so much that he shared this, that wealthy people are always moving. If you listen to my first YouTube video, that's what money does. That's what energy does. Money, energy, it flows. It's in constant movement. It's flowing currency. We went over this. And wealthy people move the same. It is one and the same. So I'm not saying that you need to like up your life, sell your house and move to somewhere new, although that could be it, but just switch up your routine. If you find yourself doing the same thing day after day, do something different, drive a different way home, go to a different workout class, go learn something new. Look at your routines. Are you doing the same thing every day? Just switch up something small. It doesn't have to be drastic. Order a different type of coffee if that's what it takes. Do something different, make a different choice, because when you get out of that daily routine, you start putting yourself into a new energy. Your soul did not come to this planet to do the same thing every single day. Your soul came here to evolve, to expand, to learn new lessons, to learn new things, to experience life, to go through challenges, to overcome challenges. Your soul came here to evolve. Your soul did not come here to sit on a couch and look at Netflix all day until you die. Whew, I feel like I'm preaching a little bit today, so just a little fired up. We have to connect to what our greater mission is and what we actually want to show up and be known for the world, how we want to serve the world, how we want to do good in the world, like what our soul has come here to experience and share with the world. And I know for me, I want people to truly heal their relationship with money. I want them to feel good when they interact with money. I don't want them to feel scared with money. I want everyone to feel normal and safe with money. When I drop $50,000 into your bank account tomorrow, I want you to say, hell yeah, there's more where that came from. I am worthy and deserving of this. I am successful. I know how to create this over and over and over again. And I know what to do with it. I know immediately when I get $50,000 in my bank account, I know how much is going in my savings, how much is paying myself, how much is going towards my bills, how much is going towards my taxes. I am so confident with my money. Give me more. I want everybody to be wealthy. I want everybody to enjoy all the abundance that this universe has to offer for everybody. Our universe is so abundant. There is enough abundance for everyone to go around. It is not limited. It's not just for these ultra wealthy people. Just because they have a bunch of money doesn't mean that they're taking from you. There is plenty to go around. The universe is abundant. You are the universe. You are the universe. You are abundant. Abundance is your birthright. Abundance is available to you. It's available to me, to your neighbors, to your parents, to your sister, to your brother, everyone. Everyone has wealth and abundance available to them, but you have to take action. The minute you start seeing yourself as a successful person, you start moving like a successful person. You start taking action like a successful person. I want to be a successful YouTuber. How would a successful YouTuber move? I think they would be creating videos. I think that they would be showing up and recording the videos even if they aren't perfect. I think they would be posting the videos even if they aren't perfect. I think they would be learning every single video that they post, getting 1% better every single time. I think that they would be telling themselves that I am a successful YouTuber and I know that my channel is going to blow up because I know it is helping people and I know the education and the tools and the information that I have to offer is going to change people's lives. How would a successful person move? in your version of success. You got to believe in yourself, babe. I am successful. You have to believe in yourself. So, how can you start seeing yourself as a successful person right now, regardless of your external circumstances, regardless of the amount of money you have in your bank account, in your wallet, regardless of your job, regardless of any situation that you have? How can you start seeing yourself as a successful person right now? Because when you start seeing yourself as a successful person, you start moving like a successful person. You start taking actions like a successful person. You start showing up and doing things that a successful person does. And by doing this, the universe responds. The universe starts bringing miracles into your life. It starts bringing opportunities. It starts bringing people, connections. Things are going to drop out of the sky if you just start taking action towards your goals today. What would it look like to be seeing yourself as a successful person today? What would it feel like in your body? What does success feel like? Every single morning when you wake up, feel into success. I am successful. The more we feel successful, the more we attract success into our life. The number one belief that wealthy people have about themselves is that they are successful. I hope you got something interesting or valuable out of this conversation. If so, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback and hit subscribe. I have lots of content planned for you on the channel in the future, and I'd love for you to stick around. Hope you all have a great week, and I'll chat with you later. Bye.